It's the 21st of October 2009. We are early in the morning at Phnom Penh, Cambodia's capital town. Sunny weather and blue skies, a fine day for sightseeing. Blue flags in front of the royal palace. The king is also here. Remembering the Forbidden City in Beijing, this royal palace gives you a friendly and warm welcome. The yellow-colored buildings aren't very old. They are built around 1920 under the influence of Khmer design. Every day of the week the employees are wearing different colored clothes. At the side of the royal palace is the famous silver pagoda. You cannot see the silver on the outside, it's in the inside. The floor is covered with more than 5,000 silver tiles. This morning was very impressive, but enough is enough. We want to go back to the daily life. Even in this heat, the streets are very busy. This peaceful Cambodian people had suffered horrifying war times. During the 1960s, America was bombing the country. The next horror was the terror regime of Khmer Rouge. Millions died, and the killing fields are their quiet memorial. Another horrifying place is detention center S21. Here, only some few people have killed more than 20,000 humans. Our tour guide's dad was one of 6 survivors. Indochina Cell supports an orphanage. This evening artists are all living there. Early next morning we are leaving Phnom Penh in the direction of Chong Ko. It's only a small village at Mekong River banks, but it's also very typical for this region. More or less every small village has its own temple, and it's their pride. Cambodian people are very religious, but they are also very, very tolerant. People living here have specialized themselves in weaving silk fabrics. We all bought something to take it home. Life along Mekong River is very fascinating. So we also have seen the huge canoes leaving to Phnom Penh. They will have a regatta there. There is some shouting in there. Children wanted to be noticed. So much fun and joy. They are Cambodia's future. Piam Chi Kong is the first smaller town we are visiting. Tourists are more or less unknown, and they are watching us as curious as we are watching them. Electricity for the small shops is coming out of car batteries. We are visiting a small shul, and even it is late afternoon, the students are very eager in learning English. Another education place in this town is a monastery. But they're only teaching young boys. Young girls are not allowed here. Another sundown on Mekong River, and the colors are marvelous. Wat Tan Chau is situated on the top of a very old volcano. Only 200 meters altitude, but it's the first smaller hill we have seen since leaving the Chinese Sea. It's a peaceful and quiet monastery, and the view over the Mekong River is great. Kampong Chang is a commercial center in this part of Cambodia. It's also the hometown of our friendly tour guide, and first he is bringing us to Wat No Kor. For the first time we are seeing such a kind of temple, and we are very impressed. It's built around the same time like Angkor Wat. It's a living monastery and not a dead museum. The new houses are in harmony with the old ruins. Some of our most precious memories belong to this eco-village. On the first sign we saw was written, "Please don't give the children anything, we don't want them begging." In between the rice fields people are living with nature. It isn't an easy life, and we have had a warm and friendly welcome. Beside working in the fields, the women of this village are making some fabrics and doing some handicraft works. This kind of souvenirs we took home with pleasure. Because of dark sky and heavy rain, we only have had a short visit in the town itself. During this night the boat drove the longest distance of our journey. Mekong River downstream, back to Phnom Penh, and then entering the Tonle Sap River. Here a different kind of impression was waiting for us in this great Cambodian landscape. Six months during a year this river behaves different from every other river on the world. Because of the heavy waters of rainy season it is flowing uphill to Tonle Sap Lake. The landscape is deeply flooded, and so we are riding over dry land. Must be crazy for people living here to see a big boat like ours riding through their front gardens. Now during rainy season Tonle Sap Lake is very huge, it reminds at the sea. It's the last sundown on board, and tomorrow another beautiful day is waiting for us. Now it's time to say goodbye. Soon our water taxi will be here to pick us up. Bye bye, La Marguerite. You really was a home for us for the last 8 days. I want to give a big thank you to the crew who made this possible. Maybe one day we will come back, and I hope so. Bye bye, see you.